I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet, Brad.
Well, in our opinion, of course,
Brad,
Bob.
today we're going to talk about top 3 ways to stop rounded shoulders and the possible pain.
What are you talking about,
Yeah,
Bob?
what are you talking about? I used to see this in weightlifters a lot, Brad. The ones that would work on the bench press all the time and not work on their back.
Right.
So they got rounded out like this, but very common, very common. I saw a statistic saying that 73% of the population has rounded shoulders, and I believe it.
Oh, yeah. No
Because
doubt.
working on computers. And why is that a problem, Brad? One of the issues is if you turn your shoulders in, try to see how high you can lift it.
Right. Yep. The mechanics of the shoulder get
Yep.
totally thrown off.
So if you turn it out, you can go all the way up.
Right.
But what happens here is you're narrowing the space in the subacromium. You don't need to know what that means, but what happens is you can start getting pinching here,
Right.
and start wearing away of the tendon, and that can lead to pain.
Right. Tendinitis is that impingement problem. All
You were
kinds
telling
of.
us about a patient that you just had, Brad.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. She came in, 63 years old, and she sat down in her chair like this, and her head was like this and over like this, and she talked to me like that for about 10 minutes on the interview part of the problem.
Which is a rounded shoulder, by the way. Too.
Right, everything. And after all I said is that what I want you to work on is when you go home is think about sitting up tall, do your chin tucks, and keep your head up straight. The next visit, and by the way, she had pain down her arm in her right side of her rib cage. I mean, this looked like something pretty serious.
Yeah.
But she came back with working on her posture. All the pain was gone from her arm and her ribs, and just a little bit left in the neck, just from posture changes.
Wow. How do you know if you have rounded shoulders? Well, this is a test you can do, Brad. Why don't you stand up with
Okay.
I want you to just let your arms hang at your side and let them fall. And you can see what my thumbs are pointed towards each other.
Sure.
They're not supposed to be.
Right.
Now watch if I correct my posture. The thumbs,
Shoulders back.
the thumbs go straight forward.
Right.
So it's something I became aware of this. I got to work on this.
Right.
So, and I do, but I don't
Right.
work on it enough.
So if you're hitchhiking, you probably have better posture on
That's
that
right.
side.
You're going to be in good shape. So, what are the 3 things you're going to do? First thing, you can either make a bolster. We just took some towels and sheets and took our famous duct tape and put it all together.
You better believe it.
Or you can buy a foam roller.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
Which one do you want to do, Brad?
Well, let's start out with the homemade one, because if it's me, I'm going to make one at home first. And then when I get sick of that, decide it works well, I'm going to spend some money and get the bought one. Oh, yeah, it just cracked my back too.
So basically, he's trying to do is stretch the shoulders, the muscles that turn the shoulder in. You know,
Let it
subscapularis,
relax.
pec minor. I don't know what else is there, Brad.
Well, they're all in there, Bob.
Yeah, they're all in
this
there,
is
so-
not a anatomy class, Bob.
This is the easiest way to stretch it, without having to put a lot of work into it. It's relaxing, and it's just really good for your posture. Good for your breathing too, right, Brad?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is going to impinge upon your breathing.
Uh-oh, I lost my mic thing here, Bob. But let's go to the store-bought 6-inch foam roller.
And you like the one that's even longer than this.
Right,
but-
when I do this, I like the 3-foot one, so it goes from my sternum all the way up to my head, and instead of using pillows, you can easily let your head rest on the roller.
That was your sacrum, Brad. Your sternum's up here.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Bob. I was just testing people.
Yeah.
You know how you have to be that way. And like at the Y, they have these. I don't have to buy one. When I work out at the
Right.
Y, they got these like 3-4 of them laying there. And I'll just lay there and hang out for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Great thing at the end of the day, you can relax and meditate and start working on your rounded shoulders.
You better believe it.
All right, let's stand up, Brad. Let's go to work. We're still working here.
I'm having fun though, Bob.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and start the strengthening to help improve the strengthening. Now you can do this with just a TheraTubing or tubing or TheraBand. A number of ways you can do it. One, you could just, sometimes they come connected like this, Brad. If I can get it connected.
There you go.
There we go. And you can just go ahead and do some of these where you're just going,
Right.
you can actually take your thumbs and externally rotate them.
Right, the
So
old
you're gonna go like
hitchhiking
this.
thing
Yep.
there. Yep.
So
So
you-
turn around, Bob. Do it again. This is what we're looking for. These muscles right here to contract, pull back, and down. Do you feel that, Bob?
Yeah.
Back and down.
Back and down into my pockets.
There
Yeah,
you go.
thanks. The whole thing about this is these are postural muscles. So people, how many reps can you do on these? You can do 50 reps of these.
Sure.
And you can do it 10 times a day.
Right.
I mean, you can just rip off a whole bunch of these, every time you see your band.
Right.
Another way to do it, Brad, is to actually get one with handles on it. I'm really having trouble with this.
Yeah, I
today.
noticed that.
So, and then you would hook it up to something, and please don't let go, Brad. So you're going to have good posture, and you're going to go ahead and start up like this,
Yeah.
going up. This is the Y, right?
Right.
The
He's
Y.
talking this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, good posture. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together, going to the T.
Yep.
Again,
Hands
I'm
out to the
externally
side.
rotating. And then you can even do one this way.
Right.
If you want to get the more of the lower muscles there.
Right. The lower trap.
Yep.
Or lat. The lat. That's what I was
Right.
trying to say, Bob.
All right. Last thing we're going to do, the last thing of the 3 steps is really just constant awareness, Brad. You know, every so often, you may want to roll your shoulders backwards
Yep.
as a reminder. When you're at that computer, right now, you guys are watching the computer, go ahead and get your posture up straight and go ahead and start rolling
Right.
back. And
I think they're doing it, Bob. I can see millions of heads going up and tall.
Way to do. Way to go.
They're feeling better already. Just like the woman I had for a patient last week. They're changing their posture. They're feeling better.
Changing your life, just as we are. Thanks a lot for watching.